So, Pawncast, what do you want to talk about?
Yay.
Yeah.
Funhouse active. Yeah, king of the palace. Rubber like Malcolm. Balled up fist in the air to the flashlight. Yeah, hands up in the air till they gun me down. Young hitter got a fetish for success. If I ain't next, and I just leave impression. Next to rain on the window pane, puffin' plain Jane. Let them second guess me. Wanna cop the Porsche with the porcelain skin. Rip the wheels, let the horses just spits. Why they trash at the chore on my list? Added a sword, but I saw with the pen. I'm eating good, Miss Caloric is lit.
Hey, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Gray, and yeah, let's just get into it. This past week, we had quite an eventful week as far as sports go. Mainly, what I want to do is I want to go over pay-per-view. Sorry, they don't call it pay-per-view anymore. The PLE Bad Blood. So, first of all, watching the PLE, I thought it was really good. I've noticed here lately that there's been a lot fewer matches, if you will, but I think it's because the quality or the length of the matches are being better. So, kind of take that with you will. But we'll start out with CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. So far, this is the third PLE match they've had, and they started it out with a Hell in the Cell. And I mean, what more can you start off PLE with than a Hell in the Cell match? Definitely one of the most gruesome matches there are. Obviously, these two have been feuding for quite some time now, but ultimately, CM Punk picking up the win against Drew McIntyre. So we'll see if this is going to be the last match, because it was like three PLEs that they've had. Overall, great feud. I just really wish that, for the sake of the rivalry, that they didn't really screw Drew McIntyre out of a championship. I mean, I don't know if that was a storyline thing, or I don't know if there was some backstage stuff that we don't know about, but I kind of really wish that Drew McIntyre didn't get screwed out of a championship, if you will, because I feel like he's doing phenomenal work right now. So we'll see how it's going to go moving forward with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. The following match, we had Nia Jax and Bayley for the WWE Women's Champion. I'm sorry, I can't buy into Nia Jax. I really can't. I'm really glad that she got her title and she's on a title run right now. We got this whole thing where her and Tiffy are basically becoming frenemies, if you will, because Tiffany has the Money in the Bank contract. Is she going to cash it in? Is she not going to cash it in? And I was really kind of hoping something would have happened here with Tiffany. But ultimately, and another thing too, I just feel like Bayley deserves the championship more than Nia. That's just me. But ultimately, Nia picks up the victory against Bayley. I'm really hoping that they're doing something with Bayley to where she gets another title run, because I just feel like I was really ultimately disappointed with Nia picking up the title from her. I really would like to see Nia being maybe a little bit of a character change. I mean, I don't want to do the whole NWO thing where everybody joins the Bloodline. But, I mean, since she is part of the quote-unquote Bloodline, I mean, maybe they can kind of do what Judgment Day did with Rhea and Liv, where they introduce a female into it. But we'll see. I really hope they give Bayley another shot, and we'll see what's going on with Tiffany and the Money in the Bank Maybe they'll finally pick a spot where Tiffany actually cashes in on Nia and actually picks up a win. I'm just glad they didn't do it at Bailey's expense. I'd rather be it at Nia. And then we'll go into Damian Priest, Finn Balor. First of all, great feud, Judgment Day. They're both, both brothers of the Judgment Day. They kind of helped started that group, and now it's kind of like the Bloodline. You got the original, and now you got the new. You got the OG Judgment Day, and got the new. Ultimately, I mean, I do like the work that both guys are doing. I wish they would give Finn more credit than what he's due. I feel like he needs more victories under his belt. I mean, ultimately, Damian picks up the win, but Finn, I just feel like they need to give. I think they extended his contract, so hopefully they'll try to get him on a run here. Maybe he breaks away from the Judgment Day, or maybe he just, I don't know, maybe he breaks out the Demon on specific occasions again. I really like to see the Demon again. Maybe not like the Red Demon, maybe kind of give it like a little Judgment Day vibe where it's like purple or something. I don't know. I think it would just be cool if we had a Judgment Day Demon Finn Balor. And then another one that was kind of scratching my head a little bit, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, for the women's champion. Dominic Mysterio is locked up top in a shark cage. Overall, I liked the match. The ending was a little different because they brought back Raquel Rodriguez. She got injured. I think she got injured by Rhea or something. I forgot. It's been so long since I've actually seen her that I forgot how she got injured. But it was cool to see her come back. She botched the ending there. She was supposed to do something that caused the Liv to win the title instead of by disqualification. But either way, I thought it was a great match. I love the storytelling between Liv and Rhea. I don't think it's going to be the end. I don't see Rhea just rolling over and going to another competitor. I think she's still going to go after Liv as long as she's got the title. So we'll see. The cinematic experience with Roman and Cody on the field of Georgia Tech was just awesome. I mean, kudos to Paul Heyman for coming out with that cinema scene of between Roman and Cody. Roman and Cody have to work together and go up against the new Bloodline, which was, Solo, Jacob Fatu, Aura all around, Bloodline, Cody, Roman, OTC, everything. Just the aura is in the match. It was cool to see. It was so weird. Like 6 months ago, these guys hated each other, going fighting in Bloodline rules, and now they're teaming together. And ultimately, Cody and Roman pull it out. They get the W. And but what was crazy was seeing Jimmy Uso coming back, helping out Roman and Cody. It's looking like we're getting the OG Bloodline again. That's going to be awesome. We're getting closer and closer to War Games. So maybe we get something where, maybe we get Jay, we get Sammy. Hopefully we get Paul Heyman in there again as a wise man. I know he's not going to be, in the match, but it'd be cool to see him come back as a wise man. Just overall cinematic, again, with the Bloodline. I've been one of those people where, I kind of got sick of the Bloodline always being the main event of every PLE or every SmackDown. But as long as the stories are good, I mean, Roman coming back, now we got Jimmy coming back, and then who would have thought that The Rock would come back? Final boss still carrying his title. Um, Looking like maybe it's something that he kind of schemed up the new Bloodline so he can go after Roman. Um, I mean, it's gonna be crazy. Maybe we finally get that Cody versus Rock. Maybe we get that Roman versus Rock. Overall, I'm looking forward to seeing what we're doing with the new Bloodline story. With Roman now being a babyface, Jimmy being a babyface now, it's crazy. That's what I love about the WWE is the OG Bloodline back in April WrestleMania. People hated them. They were heels, and they left. They went away, and then Roman comes back, Jimmy comes back, and then the crowd just loves them. It's just we welcome them with open arms. We miss them. It just goes to show you that you know don't take for granted the things that we have, which was Roman. Regardless of him being a heel, we still love Roman doing what he's doing despite the leukemia. So I love to see that. But yeah, overall, the Bad Blood was really it was it was interesting. It was interesting to watch. Um, Obviously, it's a nod to the original Bad Blood that was during the Attitude / Ruthless Aggression era. So it's cool to see that Triple H and the executives are kind of bringing back the older PLEs. Another thing that was interesting at the beginning, Bad Blood, we have a WWE Crown Jewel Championship, which basically it's kind of like how Survivor Series is, where where now the WWE World Champion, which would be Gunther, and the WWE Champion, which is Cody, will be facing off for the men's Crown Jewel Championship. And then we have on the women's side, we have Nia and Liv going at it, which I don't know. I feel like it would have been cool to see maybe a Bayley versus Rhea for that, if that's the direction they were going. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see something with Nia and Liv. It would really be interesting to see Gunther versus Cody. That's going to be an interesting match to watch. Two great competitors in the ring. Gunther, the work that he's doing right now with his promos, he's just getting better and better. It's crazy to see him basically without anybody at his side. You get Ludwig Kaiser in there sometimes, but overall he's just out there. He's killing the game, and rightfully so. He's earned every bit of having that world championship around his waist. So yeah, Bad Blood, interesting. I liked it. We're getting closer and closer to War Games. I think the next pay-per-view we got is in November. So yeah, that's Crown Jewel. So we'll see what kind of matches that we get going on there. So yeah, we'll continue with that. Now we're about I wouldn't even say that we're not even halfway there yet, but now we're up to week 6 of the NFL season. So far, I mean, I feel like this season is pretty much anyone's league right now. I mean, the Minnesota Vikings, they're doing it. I mean, who would have thought with Sam Darnold that they're out there doing things? The Thursday night match with San Francisco and the Seahawks, 49ers winning that 36-24. Even battling injuries, 49ers are still proven as competitors. Looks like we got an early London game. Jaguars and Bears. I mean, Caleb Williams. I still like I still like what he's doing. DJ Moore is definitely doing things out there. DeAndre Swift. I see the Bears kind of pulling out there in London. Buccaneers and Saints. This one's a different one. Buccaneers. They've been doing really well. Mike Evans still Mr. Consistent. The Saints, they've really been kind of struggling here the past couple weeks. That game in Dallas where we thought they were just going to just tear open a new one in the NFC South, but I really see it's going to be a good game, but I think the Buccaneers might able to pull that off. Baker Mayfield, he's definitely gotten better. He's gotten more humble. And then whenever you got a target like Mike Evans, it's good to watch. Commanders and Ravens. Yo, Jaden Daniels. That dude's a stud. That dude's a real stud. I see him, Dan Quinn. I see them going a long way. Who would have thought that they would be top of the NFC East right now, with rookie quarterback, rookie basically head coach, if you will. But they're going up against the Ravens. Hopefully, the Ravens just pulled one out of their butt. Against the Bengals, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry's proven that he's always going to be Mr. Reliable on any team that he's on. So that'll be interesting to watch. Jaden Daniels is doing really great things. Cardinals and Packers. Cardinals pulling out the win against the 49ers past Sunday. Jordan Love and the Packers, they're getting better. That would be interesting to watch. We'll see with that one. Colts and Titans, two snoozer teams, really. Anthony Richardson, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is proven that it doesn't matter what team he's on, he's going to ball. The work that he put in with the Browns last year, Joe Flacco can ball at his age. He's doing really well. Texas and Patriots. Gerard Mayo winning his first game as a head coach, week 1, and now it's just kind of whenever you got who is it, Jacoby Brissett, whoever, a former Browns quarterback as your quarterback, it's just bleh. I don't really see the Patriots pulling out this season in the AFC East. CJ Stroud, Stephon Diggs. Despite not having Joe Mixon, I feel like I still feel like they got enough weapons on their team to pull out the win on that one. Browns and Eagles. Browns are exactly their color. They're just there's nothing exciting about the Browns except for Myles Garrett. That's all I gotta say about that. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts. Been kind of up and down. I see the Eagles winning that one. Let's see. Who else do we got? We got Chargers and Broncos. Later game. Chargers with John Harbaugh. I feel like they're doing better. Broncos, despite Bo Nix being a rookie quarterback, their defense has really stepped up to kind of help out with the rookie quarterback, so that'll be another good game in the AFC West. Steelers and Raiders. Raiders, Devontae Adams is wanting a trade, so it's only going to be here shortly before we see who picks him up, if any, which it would really shock me if there's nobody out there that would want Devontae Adams. Maybe the Jets just because of Aaron Rodgers, maybe the Cowboys, but CeeDee Lamb and Dak right now, they're just not really on the right page. So yeah, we'll see a bit about Devontae Adams. Justin Fields, the Steelers defense is doing really good. TJ Watt out there disrupting plays. I feel like the Steelers defense is pretty solid. So yeah, we'll see if they'll keep Justin Fields. They'll bring out Russell Wilson. A really surprising team this year for me has been the Atlanta Falcons, and The Atlanta Falcons with Kirk Cousins, I would have thought that was just not the play, but it's been the play for some time. I mean, they upsetted the Eagles. They had a real good head to head against the Chiefs. So the Falcons, man, they they're a threat. Honestly, I think other than the Buccaneers, they're the ones that are coming out of the NFC South. They're going up against the Panthers. So, I mean, Andy Dalton, you you can only do so much. But yeah, Kirk Cousins, Kyle Pitts, there's just a lot of talent on the Atlanta Falcons. Um, I really see, yeah, the Atlanta Falcons are definitely underrated team in my opinion this year. Lions and Cowboys, ugh, I don't even want to talk about it because like Cowboys are so boring. Like I try to watch the Thursday night and the Sunday night games with the Cowboys are prime time, and they are just boring to watch. Dak Prescott, they pay Dak Prescott this money, and he is just I don't even know, dude. Like the highest paid player in NFL history, and barely can go out there and get field goals. Like shout out to Brandon Audrey for for Aubrey for making field goals because that team is just boring to watch. I try, and I'm just like I'd rather go do something else. Um, yeah, and then the Lions. I mean, it might be a good game. I mean, the Lions they've been known to kind of have a couple shootouts with the Buccaneers. Um, yeah, that can really be anyone's game. The Cowboys are going to have to score more than a field goal to beat the Lions. Uh, Bengals and Giants. It's really interesting that Bengals are in this position now where they kind of have to crawl out to get even remotely close to a playoff run. They're just not. I don't know if it's like a Joe Mixon thing that they're missing. They still got all their weapons. Um, the Giants have kind of won, the past couple of games. So we'll see how that goes. That's the Sunday night game, the Bengals and Giants. So we'll see how that goes. And then the Monday night game, October 14th, we have the Bills and the Jets with Aaron Rodgers prime time. The Bills, I feel like they've struggled less than the Jets. But I mean they've been doing well for what they have. Obviously not having the receiving core that they've had in the past. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. I feel like they. I feel like they just. There's some answers. There's some answers that need to be. There need to be some questions that need to be answered. They just released their head coach, so they're basically starting from square one again. So with a 40-year-old quarterback, definitely not the recipe for success in my opinion with the Jets. So, but yeah, so that's week 6 of the NFL schedule. We got some good games here. I definitely would probably say Bucks and Saints, Commanders and Ravens, maybe the Lions Cowboys. I don't know. Like I said, Cowboys are just boring to watch. So yeah, that's probably going to do that for the NFL portion. College has been crazy this week. Alabama kind of squeezing out a win against South Carolina. We just had the Red River rivalry. Texas just completely annihilating Oklahoma. A couple other games that I can't think of right off the top of my head, but some games are currently going on right now. But yeah, it looks like as far as the NFL goes, so it looks like we got another good week. Anytime that we have football on the TV, I definitely enjoy that for sure. Okay, so let's get into some video games. So, right now, what I am playing a handful of games right now. One of them is Warhammer Space Marine. I'm mainly trying to get my different classes like the tactical, the assault stuff like that. I've been trying to get those leveled up. Here recently, my internet's just been kind of so. Yeah. So I've been getting really into Space Marine 2. I definitely think it's a Game of the Year competitor, just because I feel like it's got all three components of a video game, in my opinion, are single player, co-op, multiplayer. This game has all three. It does kind of get a little repetitive with the co-op missions, but kind of going to Focus Entertainment with a roadmap for Space Marine. It's looking good. They're going to add some new missions, some new enemies, some new weapons. So we'll definitely look forward to that. This month is October, so right now I am replaying a classic. I am replaying Dead Space 2 on computer. I just kind of wanted to get into that little spooky vibe. I did play other games. I played Days Gone. I haven't got the newest Silent Hill 2 just yet. I've been kind of waiting on that. Until Dawn just came out, remastered for both PC and PS5. But yes, so Space Marine 2, Dead Space 2. I kind of got back into Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm continuing my playthrough. The reason why I've been getting back into Red Dead 2 is because there was this book that came out that was that I started reading, and it's really interesting. It's by Tor C. Olson. It's called Red Dead's History: Video Game and Obsession in America's Violent Past. Basically, from what I've read so far, it's basically a historian, like a history teacher from a college, that he was a gamer before, but then now COVID happened and he kind of got back into video games. I think he took like a 10-year hiatus, so he played like World of Warcraft and stuff like that. But COVID hit. 2018 was a Red Dead Redemption whenever it came out, and he just fell in love with it. So it kind of talks about Red Dead, how it corresponds with history because it's post-Civil War, and things like that. It's really interesting to read, so I highly recommend if y'all don't, if you haven't heard of it, or if you're a nerd like me, you like reading books and you like playing video games, why not read a book about a video game? So, but yeah, I think that's going to do it on this episode. Appreciate y'all watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify. Care to comment if y'all are still enjoying the content. I appreciate y'all listening. Like I said, it's just stuff I like to talk about. Sports, wrestling, video games, things like that. This month looks like the another game that I'm kind of wanting to kind of get into is Dragon Age. I know that comes out later on this month. Of course, we got Call of Duty Black Ops 6, but that's just like Madden anymore. I don't really get too fond into it. Maybe the single player, but we'll kind of see. So yeah, I think that'll do it. Like I said, appreciate y'all listening on Spotify, watching this on YouTube. Care to comment. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and just drop it. And I will catch you all on the next episode. The next episode, I have been watching the Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix, and I definitely want to kind of give my review on it. It's really interesting. I think I've watched like 3 or 4 episodes of it. I eat that stuff up. Any type of documentary about the behind the scenes of any type of wrestling, I just eat it up. So we'll definitely get into that. We'll talk about that documentary next time. So yep. Well, appreciate y'all listening, and catch you on the next one. Peace.
King of the palace, rubber like Malcolm, balled up fist in the air to the flashlight. Yeah, hands up in the air till they gun me down. I keep it on it, they crunching the numbers, I'm bringing out. Funhouse flashlight. Yeah, hands up in the air till they gun me down.